Alright guys, in this video tutorial we will exercise or perform exercise on the new UI component, which is TextView. So before starting, have to will have to get some information about the TextView, about the view class, how your UI components will display on your application or within your Android application. The first thing is, what is view? So mostly people confuse about that kind of word. Now, what is view? Don't be confused about that, because it's some kind of a display within your Android application, where your UI components will display, it, because it occupies some kind of rectangular space, that helps you to display your UI components within the Android application. So as you know that the UI components are those things on which the user can perform actions, or even or with those user interacts to use your particular or any particular Android application. The next thing is text view. It's you can say it's some kind of text that display within your Android application. I will show you how this text display within your application. So after that, you have to create if you don't want to create new Android Xamarin Studio Android application project, you can use your previous project if you wish. So whenever you will create new application, Xamarin Studio project, you will see main.axml file. So in this from current video tutorial, we will use two UI components. The first one is a button, and the second one is a text view. The button, we will use button for you can say to text to set the text within the text view. So we will see how that it works. So first thing is, as you can see, by default, created configuration, handle sorry put some UI components, it will be created by default. So I will just keep on using that. So this setting, I just name it the button, setting text on text view. You can also get the button text to set within the text view, or you can set any other text manually. So I'll show you how you can do it. The second thing is, we are focused from that point, which is text view. So we need some parameters. Android ID is equal to, we have to mention that ID txt. Then we have to set the layout, the width of that text view. I'll just set to wrap content, Android layout height to also wrap content, because we don't need to fill this up. So you can also set the text. If you don't want to display any text within that text view, you have to leave that tags blank. So I just display something, so you can you will be able to see that how text view works. So the next tag is, you can also resize the text. So I just resize it to 20 dp. Means density pixels. Okay, so we got two UI components within our linear layout. So let's go with the main activity class. The first step is, we need to declare variables for our UI components. So click btn, and the second is text view. I just user txt. Okay, so I will use the modular programming strategy, which is I will whenever I need some methodology, I will develop within the method, so that I can easily edit or change it whenever I want. So first, we have created variables for our UI components. Now we have to link that variables with our XML UI components, or with our XML UI code. So first thing is, click button, is equal to find view by id. So we have to lesser than greater than sign, and within that sign you have to use yeah, which UI component you are linking. So we are linking a button, so we have to use that resource dot id dot my button. So this is the by default syntax. You have to memorize it. So as much as you practice, you will memorize easily that how that works. So the second is user text, which is our text view, find view by id. So now we are using text view, so I'm changing it lesser than and greater than tags with the text view, because we are linking a text view. So resource dot id dot txt. So now we have linked our XML coded UI components with our main activity class. So next we have to apply click button click event on our UI button. So there are three options available for that. I will one by one I will tell you that how you can use that options. Now let's start with the basic option. Click button dot click. The first option is a delegate option. So in my previous video I told you what delegate is. You have to go through the previous video. So the click button dot click delegate, so I will set the text another manual text within that text view. So user text dot text is equal to, I just replace the text with the Android codec, which is set as you can see by default Android codec. So hi Android professionals. Okay, now this is the one first option to perform a click event on your button. So now let me tell you the second one. The second one is click button dot click plus is equal to, as you can see, when I will click C, as you can see, will display a click button underscore click method. So this method is it will create an independent method even wherever you want. As you can see, it is just displaying create new method on my right hand side where you want to delete. When I have hit enter, it will display a method. Now I just use that code within that method. So this is the second option. So you can perform click event within your or on your UI component. The third option is most professional developers use third options, because it is some kind of more professional on the professional level. So just hit comma and apply interface on within our application, because click listeners is an interface. So we have to apply that to view dot I on click listener. As you can see, so whenever I will implement that it will underline with the red with the red color. So we have to we have to implement methods for that click listener. When I will click on that underlined portion and hit alt enter, it will, as you can see, it will display me a suggestion window, implement interface and implement interface explicitly. So I just use the first option, implement interface. So as you can see, the red light is gone. So as you can see, it's implemented our independent method. So you will use a switch statement within that on click method. So you refer a particular functionality or particular UI methodology. So then we have to switch that v.id. Oops, sorry, I just use that brackets. Now we have to use case. No, so what's the case conditions? So you have to use when on which UI component you want to perform a click event. So right now we are performing a click event on that button, so we have to use that case. Because as you might you learn about switch case statements, because you mostly use 0, 1, 2, and 3. So right now we are concerning with the UI button, so we have to use that ID to refer that you are linking or performing from that functionality. So whenever you perform a click event on that functionality, so you have to use that button ID. So after that it will call that method. So oops, sorry, I forgot something. So as you can see, click button dot set on click listener, so you have to pass this pointer. So it will call that method. So I'll just get the text and set it to here. So after that I will also get the text, because we have set the text, and now we will get the text. Toast dot make text, sorry, this comma a user text, sorry, dot get. Okay, sorry. Now we will get the text. User text dot get text, comma. As I told you, the toast. Have the toast class. Has some methods. Now we are currently using one method, which is make text, with some parameters. The first parameter is this, which is a pointer to your current activity. The second parameter is the text, or a message you want to display. The second is toast duration. So you have to use a toast length dot short, and I'm just closing it. This is the third parameter. So then I will call the method show to display that toast within our Android application. Now it will text user text dot text means that toast will get that text, not this text which is we have we wrote within our XML code. There is Android codecs. So you have you might have a link with that, or you might get information that how you can perform, and what are the different ways to perform a click event on any UI component. So first, as in my previous video, I use these two methods. So I will skip these methods. So I will stick to the professional method. So we have to call this initialize method here, because after setting the layout within your Android application, it will initialize your UI components, and able to you will be able to perform, or user will be able to perform any action on that UI components. So now we will compile that application project. All right, now we will deploy this Android Studio application within our Android device, and I will also share with you guys so that you can have output window, so you will be able to see what's going on. So I just visor control my keypad, sorry about that. So this is our view of our text view example application. So as you can see, I placed Android codec text within our text view. So it's displaying right now. When you will run your application within your Android device. So I'm using currently my real Android device. So I suggest you guys to use that real Android device, because mostly you will get to know that how your layouts diverges from screen density to different screen densities. So we have used a button and a text view. So whenever we click on that button, it will change the text And as I told you that it will change the text to high Android professional, and also it will get the text and display within your Android application using the toast. So I will click on that UI button there. So whenever I will click, it will changes hyper Android professionals, and it will display toast high Android professionals. As you can see, it is displaying and high Android professionals. So this is our example of today's current video tutorial with the focused text view topic. So I hope you get the complete information how you can get the text from the text view, how you can set the text view, and how you can perform any other click event on any other UI components with different strategies. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Good luck.